Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play XCOM Enemy Within with me, Get Daved. Full disclaimer at the start, if you are hoping for a expert playthrough by a talented veteran of the game, you've come to the wrong place. But if what you want is to watch someone who's played and beaten XCOM Enemy Unknown try to figure this out on the fly, I can do something for you there. I hope it doesn't end in disaster. We're going to be playing on normal because it seems like a reasonable... I don't know, what's classic? An extreme challenge for... No, Let's Playing is already going to make this harder. One note about Iron Man. I'm going to play through the game on a virtual Iron Man, but due to the reality of Let's Playing and the issues of, oh, if a recording gets corrupted, not having the save from previous, you know, I'm going to have to rely on that. Reduced beginner VO. You got it. And I'm going to leave on the meld tutorial. That's for the new features. So we're going to learn about them at the same time. Or you're going to learn about them twice, and you can make fun of me for not understanding them in advance. So yeah, Iron Man's turned off, but for real, it's going to be okay. That's the FTL version. No. Would you like to enable that experience? Way to bias the expression. So, do you wanna play this thing we carefully crafted to guide you into the user experience, or are you a jackass? Have idle hands? Oh. With a name like Buckminster, you know, he's gonna be thinking about the devil. This reminds me of the previous... This reminds me of Enemy Unknown. Yeah, crowd around, people. It's like the Kraken wakes. I've probably never heard of that book because it's not very popular, or common. But it's about aliens that basically, like...
Hello, Commander.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project.
Yeah.
You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense.
If this fails, Earth will throw in the towel, apparently.
This planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed.
We aim to put as much stress and advance on you as possible.
Good luck, Commander.
May the Force be with me. Alright. Oh, identify the base location. These appear to be slightly different. Oh no, okay, that one's the same. Monthly funding increased by 30%. That seems tough to beat. Although, that would have to be based out of Africa. And I know relatively little about Africa. Can we put the base in, like, Montreal? On my one previous playthrough, I went with expert knowledge, or I went with Europe. It borders lots of continents too. I don't know. Can I put it underneath, like, the Andes? Oh, that sounds pretty good. This sounds pretty ominous. And fighters. So this is going to save you money, but, you know, I don't know if I can really get behind that. It's hard to argue with this. I'm just concerned about, like, the desert terrain and all that.
We're dropping you just inside the Egyptian border.
Alright. Let's go, people. John Wyndham wrote a book called The Kraken Wakes. Dang it, Dr. Valen!
It does not appear to be the same type of pod we've seen used by the aliens during their abduction operations. We may gain new insights if we recover it.
Maybe we should recover it then.
Be advised, Commander. Intel confirms enemy activity in this area.
Well, meld recoverable. Okay. At some point, I imagine we'll figure out what that means. Everybody's level 1. Alright.
I'm on it, Commander. This appears to be a containment device of some kind. We can only assume it has an internal self-destruct mechanism, like the other alien equipment. Although it must have already been disabled somehow.
Yeah, seems safe. Meld?
There may be additional canisters like this one in the area. The more we can recover, the more we'll learn about what's inside them.
Boy, I hope it's not biological
The
weapons.
others you find may still have operational self-destruct modules. Be careful.
Ooh. Draw straws, everybody. Who's going in? Okay. John Wyndham wrote sci-fi books, including Day of the Triffids and the Chrysalids, which are both pretty good. Day of the Triffids, although it's not about zombies, kind of created the inspiration for the idea, and is really cool. Overwatch kind of sucks, by the way, but you will see me relying on it regularly. You get an aim penalty if anyone moves, but it's really your only defensive entrenchment tactic. For some reason, I think I should go over here. So we have half cover everywhere around the car, so I might as well take the fragile. 5. Okay, I think I have 5 turns to get there. That's no reason for us to rush in.
Heading to that location.
When you're behind half cover, you have a small bonus to your defenses. When you are behind full cover, you have a better bonus to your defenses. Yeah, I'll rush him in. He won't be able to overwatch, but we get the advantage of bringing in everyone as a group. Not sure how I feel about that. Yep. Damn aliens. So she's actually not particularly well protected if she were to get shot at by that guy. I'm gonna go for the full cover, I think, and hope that it doesn't bite me in the rear.
The energy signature coming from the device implies the self-destruct mechanism is still intact and priming for detonation. You need to force to wait.
That is extremely unlikely to be a hit. Alright, now those little dudes, you can see we've got 6 hit points here. And originally they would do about 3. The music to this game is awesome, by the way. Alright, door open. We could use an explosive to kill him. Maybe. Yeah. But then there would be no remains. If I move her here... Yeah. Yeah. Counting on the fact that they do not have a very good shot there. And Overwatch, again, you know, it's alright. 49%, sure. Take that, clock. Why don't you sing about that, Coldplay?
Okay.
I was alluding to, there we go, the Kraken Wakes earlier. John Wyndham novel, sort of about global warming as a weapon to wipe out people, and there's like aquatic life forms that come after us. There's always something coming after us in a John Wyndham book. And they like go shrimping for people, a lot like what we saw in the intro video. Big sticky things rolling out and gathering people and then pulling them back into the water. Alright, this might be a bit of a stretch. He's getting a little bit ahead of the group. If you're planning on making a safe strategic advance, putting the straggler, so that would be this guy, How. That would be the best, safest idea. But, we're doing okay. I expect we might find a few more aliens if we went and taken a look around back there. Let's see. We'll keep putting her in harm's way. Sorry about the choppy frame rate you might be getting. Sometimes the recording software is good, other times less so. Okay, behind me is relatively safe, and there's another pod over there. They generally tend to correspond with trouble. Okay, well, let's click this thing first. Boom! I got 10 melds.
Excellent work, Commander. That should provide us with an ample supply of this substance for analysis.
Good. Boom.
Nailed him.
Good work, team. Kill any remaining hostiles. Aye,
aye.
Indoors. All indoor situations are kind of scary to me.
Heading to that location.
We didn't see any evidence of anybody, and we have some Overwatchers, so... Alright, Fisher, take point. This is the awkward situation where I could get full cover, but only from one angle, and they'd be exposed on 3 sides. And I don't really know much about 2 of the directions, so we'll just keep playing it safe. People are gonna die for reals, so we gotta move a little bit more slowly. This is a tactic, just sort of the slow crawl is something that's gonna break down as the LP advances, because I'm not terribly patient. Not in this way, anyway. Went with a sprint there. Moving beyond the blue barrier means your people are sprinting, so they can't take an action when they arrive. It was okay in that situation because he's the first one to move, so we have a little bit of recovery ability based on the rest of the crew. Another pod. And a whole lot of mystery. Alright. I think I'm gonna send one person through.
I'm on the move.
This is a situation where I think splitting up would be okay. Yeah, sure. Hide by the ice cream. The ice cream cow. Of course you missed. Alright. He was just shot. Usually that means he's gonna miss time recovering from the injury. So that kind of sucks. Still, we're doing okay so far. Yeah, no targets available. Great. Unfortunately, the cow has not put her in a great situation for aiming.
Position confirmed.
This is a potentially foolhardy strategy. Going for the kill. Alright.
Recovering this material should give us a leg up on whatever it is the aliens are developing. I'm sure the doctors will be eager to get started.
So that was a little risky just because he had a fairly bad, well, I mean, an average chance of hitting the enemy. Accuracy isn't super high in this game. This is one of the missing strategy games. There's ones where you tend to do less damage and others where you have more of a gamble. But I didn't have great odds that these guys were going to get a real shot, and she was probably not going to get any. So, I don't know. He could have been shot, but it's not like I'm attached to them or anything.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Alright, let's learn about MELD, everybody.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander.
Salut.
I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Okay. The game's operating on the assumption that one of them survived.
Commander to the research labs.
Yeah,
Commander
6
to the
days.
research labs.
One hit and he's out for a week. But we got to learn what their advanced classes are, and we hit all 4 of them. I really like snipers, so it's too bad that worked out. I also really like assault, and I don't really care for heavy. So, run and gun is an amazing ability. We don't get to pick abilities. Ooh. That and another level of abilities. This is very exciting, everybody. Alright, good work, Sarah. Headshot. Sorry about letting you get shot. Speaking of shot, that's what happened to you. Fire a rocket. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's great, actually. It blows up a lot of stuff. They use my least favorite type of guns,
Commander
too.
to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Supports are really good. I tend to use them as medics. They have one ability that lets them carry a ton of med packs, which is awesome. Huh, what language does this guy speak? Am I right?
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is awaiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Okay, so sometimes you can recover artifacts by killing enemies or whatever, and or just like if there's a stage where it's like a crashed spaceship, you might get like, you know, a spaceship core or something like that. Anyway, you can do research on them, and there's sort of a relationship between the general things you can research and the artifacts you've recovered.
Commander to the research labs.
Fine, I'll go there.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Farlan. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place.
All of it?
We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
I approve.
Commander to the research labs.
Okay. You don't want to run out of research projects. Also, this is something I learned from the first run-through of XCOM. It is tempting to... Sometimes you'll have like a certain technology that will advance the plot or whatever. It's tempting to put those off and get all completionist and worry about everything else. You don't have to worry about that. If you have been paying attention to making sure you have enough research labs and everything, you can really take care of that stuff as it goes. So, don't be afraid to put the pedal to the metal a little bit. I generally like to go for quick research projects because sometimes they unlock other things that are really fast and all that. Okay, improved armor is really nice. Improved guns are really, really nice. I'm a belief that the best defense is a good offense. Yeah, oh, tactics better suited to combating them. Give me guns!
I agree. That does seem to be the most pressing of our current research options. We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
Alright. And I'm not trying to sound BA when I promote the idea of offense.
Ah, Commander.
It's a way of not getting shot
when
as
you'd be
much.
stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Okay. Yes, I would love the med kit. Satellites are really awesome as well. They can get you money. We're definitely getting at least one med pick. I'm going to save the money for now. And we will see.
Commander to mission control.
Actually, you know what? That's not true. We're going to take a look at the facility map. Okay. How it works is we can build anywhere on this level if it's been opened up. Otherwise, you have to excavate first. So this isn't a clean slate. This is solid rock. These are the good ones. Sometimes there are steam vents, and that's where we will construct our steampunk contraptions in the form of power generators. Because all these buildings require power, which you can see in the top corner. Buildings are also generally more effective if you cluster them together. We could probably do quite well for ourselves if we built some sort of steam generator here and just kind of had them all in a row. Even making like a T shape might work out for us. What sort of stuff can we build right now?
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission control.
And satellite uplink. 2 XCOM satellites, which are money. We'll get to that though. I'm going to start working towards the power right away. Yeah, that's good for now. And if we zoom out, you can see it. All the unexcavated areas. Oh, sorry, Dr. Valen. We'll deal with that more later. Alright, I think we're good for video 1. Very shortly we'll get to the core of the game. I'll see you there.